All of that's stupid to me. It's not true. It's all stupid. When I look at the number 22s in the league, like a lot of the stuff that people are trying to say is there, it just does not exist.
Tensions are at an all-time high between two of the most legendary names in women's basketball. What began as a simple disagreement over rising WNBA star Caitlin Clark has spiraled into a very public feud between Hall of Famers Sheryl Swoopes and Nancy Lieberman. In this explosive dispute, old friendships are fractured and the gloves are off. Today, we're diving deep into how one comment about Clark's record-breaking season ignited a war of words, and why Swoopes isn't holding back anymore. Stay tuned, because this story will blow your mind. Sheryl Swoopes fires back at Nancy Lieberman in Caitlin Clark dispute. Sheryl Swoopes recently clashed with Nancy Lieberman, leading to a rift between the two celebrated women's basketball icons over differing opinions regarding Caitlin Clark's impact on the sport. In a series of remarks exchanged in early September, Lieberman disclosed that their friendship has become strained, stating that they no longer share a relationship. During an appearance on ESPN personality Stephen A. Smith's podcast on September 9th, Lieberman expressed her confidence, saying, "My life is going to be good with or without Sheryl Swoopes." This comment followed a growing disagreement that traces back to earlier this year, when Swoopes appeared on Gilbert Arenas' podcast in February, where she minimized Clark's achievement of breaking the NCAA career scoring record. During that conversation, Swoopes mistakenly asserted that Clark had gained an extra year of eligibility due to the COVID-19 pandemic, when surpassing Kelsey Plum as the all-time Women's Division I points leader. Lieberman, who had called Swoopes to address the error as a concerned friend, noted that the conversation turned tense. "Well, she got upset with me on the phone," Lieberman recounted. "And I was like, Sheryl, I'm not doing anything to hurt you. I'm just sharing. And so, our relationship pretty much is not happening at this point." Furthermore, Lieberman criticized Swoopes for failing to mention Clark during a recent episode of her own podcast, despite acknowledging several Indiana Fever players for their impressive performances since the Olympic break. In response, Swoopes took to social media later that evening to make her stance clear. She asserted, "My life is good without you too, and him," signifying her readiness to move on from the discord. Swoopes also sought to dispel the notion that she holds any animosity towards Clark. To illustrate her respect for the young star, she posted screenshots of a text conversation from February, in which she admitted to Clark, "I made a mistake on what this year is for you. COVID year has me all confused. LOL, I also have nothing but respect for you and your game." Clark's response to Swoopes' message was gracious. She expressed, "I appreciate what you have done for women's b-ball and for inspiring girls like me." This exchange seemed to reaffirm Clark's admiration for Swoopes, despite the tensions between the two Hall of Famers. As of now, the feud appears unresolved, casting a shadow over what was once a close friendship. Both legends have made their feelings clear, but it remains to be seen if a reconciliation is possible in the future. Sheryl Swoopes can no longer maintain her relentless stance and gives Caitlin Clark positive feedback. It's been a surprising turn of events lately, and the same Sheryl Swoopes, who once was one of Caitlin Clark's most vocal critics, has softened her stance, offering praise for the Indiana Fever star's outstanding rookie season. After months of skepticism about Clark's ability to transition smoothly from college basketball to the professional stage, Swoopes finally acknowledged the 22-year-old's undeniable talent in the WNBA after she won the Rookie of the Year. Just as I said earlier, Swoopes, a 4-time WNBA champion and 3-time league MVP, had always previously downplayed Clark's impressive NCAA achievements, suggesting she would struggle to dominate in the WNBA. But now, she has publicly admitted that Clark exceeded her expectations. Speaking on the Queens of the Court podcast, Swoopes weighed in on Clark's remarkable debut season. "I just thought what Caitlin was able to do coming into the league this season. She was just crazy," Swoopes said, "just shooting the basketball, and her ability to put the ball where it needs to be when it needed to be there." Clark's sensational play throughout 2024 proved her doubters wrong and earned her the prestigious WNBA Rookie of the Year award. She posted averages of 19.2 points, 5.7 rebounds, and 8.4 assists per game, playing a crucial role in leading the Fever to the postseason. Though they were eliminated in the first round by the Connecticut Sun, Clark's individual brilliance was still evident, and yet again earned her widespread recognition. Her performance throughout the season was jaw-droppingly outstanding. She put up a kind of performance that we see once in a generation. Clark became the first rookie in WNBA history to record at least 450 points and 200 assists in a single season. She also broke records for single-season assists, single-game assists, and single-season points by a point guard. Beyond that, Clark became the first player across both the WNBA and NBA to notch an extraordinary stat line of 25 points, 10 assists, 5 rebounds, 5 steals, and 5 blocks in a game. Her well-rounded skill set, combining elite scoring, playmaking, and defense, has placed her in conversations alongside basketball legends like LeBron James, Michael Jordan, and Kobe Bryant. And you know what's more mind-blowing here? It's just her first season. Despite her scoring prowess, Clark is widely regarded as a selfless player, always prioritizing the success of her teammates. In a recent media interview, Clark shared the philosophy that drives her playmaking approach. "I just try to set my teammates up for success," she explained, "like my eyes are just always on our post players." Clark's ability to involve her teammates and make everyone around her better has been one of the key factors in her success. This unselfishness, combined with her impressive stat lines, shows the maturity and leadership she brings to the court, even in her first year as a professional athlete. Looking ahead, it's so clear, and everything points to the fact that Clark's impact will continue to grow. Swoopes' change of heart further validates Clark's status as one of the most promising young stars in the game today. After a rookie season that silenced her critics, the future is brighter than ever for Caitlin Clark, as she would continue to make her mark in the league. WNBA fans react to Caitlin Clark not being unanimous Rookie of the Year. The WNBA fans, once again, found themselves in heated debate, this time over Caitlin Clark's Rookie of the Year, Roy Award. Last Thursday, the Indiana Fever sensation was officially named the 2024 WNBA Rookie of the Year, following a stellar debut season where she shattered records and led her team to their first playoff appearance in years. However, despite Clark's incredible achievements, the announcement revealed that she was not a unanimous choice for the award, sparking outrage among fans. Out of 67 official voters, 66 cast their votes in favor of Clark, while one opted for Chicago Sky star Angel Reese, preventing Clark from securing a unanimous Roy victory. This decision left many fans questioning the reasoning behind the lone vote for Reese, particularly when Clark's numbers and impact throughout the season were indisputable. Clark's remarkable rookie season saw her averaging 19.2 points, 8.4 assists, and 5.7 rebounds per game, propelling the Fever into the playoffs after they held the #1 overall pick in the 2024 WNBA draft. Meanwhile, Reese had an impressive season of her own, averaging a double-double and making history by recording 15 consecutive double-doubles before a wrist injury ended her campaign prematurely. Indiana Fever guard Caitlin Clark has been named the 2024 Kia WNBA Rookie of the Year, the WNBA announced today. She gives the Fever back-to-back winners of the annual award after Indiana forward center Aaliyah Boston earned the honor last season. The WNBA's official statement read, "Clark received 66 votes from a national panel of 67 sports writers and broadcasters. Chicago Sky forward Angel Reese received 1 vote. Fans of the sport were quick to react, and many were outraged that Clark wasn't voted in unanimously. Some took to social media, calling for the WNBA to release the identity of the person who voted for Reese, accusing them of bias. One fan on X, formerly Twitter, voiced their frustration. Yes, this should have been unanimous, and whoever ensured it wouldn't be is completely unserious and extremely biased. No sound argument can be made that Caitlin Clark wasn't Roy. This is why all votes should be public. Anonymity is shielding this voter from accountability." Another user echoed this sentiment, writing, "Caitlin Clark was 1 vote away from a unanimous ROTY. One of the voters is clearly a bit spiteful. Others were even more direct, with one remarking, 'Whoever's responsible for that 1 vote should lose their voting privileges. Only did it to keep Clark from being unanimous.' While it may be unrealistic to expect voters to reveal their identities, many fans feel that providing some transparency behind such decisions would be a step forward. They argue that allowing voters to publish their reasoning could foster accountability and help avoid similar controversies in the future. As the debate rages on, one thing remains clear. Caitlin Clark's incredible rookie season has left an indelible mark on the WNBA, even if the Troy vote wasn't unanimous. But what do you think about Clark not getting a unanimous vote? Did she really deserve it, or is it just okay as it came? Let's hear your thoughts in the comments section below.